What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my reaction and discussion of Berserk. We are continuing with the Guardians of Desire with chapters 3 and 4 of this, I guess, mini arc. Um, I will say that I enjoyed this arc. Nothing too special about it, I guess, in my own eyes, but again, that's mainly because of how I've already, I guess, consumed some parts of Berserk, mainly the Golden Age, as some of you may have known from my previous two videos of Berserk that I have mentioned. But so the kind of the reveal of the god hands, especially that certain character by the end of this chapter, it is surprising. It is surprising for me that we finally get to see them in this very early stage of the story. But it's also like, oh, I know who these people are, or at least I have an idea of who these people are. We still don't know, at least from my recollection of the Golden Age. We don't really explore much about them aside from their appearance and what they did. But at least we know one of them, right? I'm not gonna say who, for obvious reasons, but that's not really the biggest surprise here, of course. And I would say like the biggest takeaway from these two chapters are, of course, the relationship between Theresia and her father, right? It's a classic tale of the parent locking the child within their house or a tower, and it's all done for the purpose of love, right? We're doing this because we love you. We're doing this, we're locking you up because we don't want you to go outside of this cruel world that is filled with heretics and unjustly behaviors that will surely devour you in. Like it's a classic tale, and it's one that I feel like in Berserk in particular, I think Miura was able to capture that classic feel of it again. Like this entire two set of chapters does feel like a classic tale. In fact, the entirety of the beginning of Berserk feels like a classic tale. It has that formula to it, you know. And this one in particular, I guess I can also say, is it odd for me to say that it reminds me of a video game level design? As in, if Guts is a character in, let's say, a Soulsborne game, like if he is from like Elden Ring, because that's the only game that I've played from the Soulsborne genre, but it's like you go into the castle, you're going to fight a lot of these lackeys, these NPCs that are, there so that you can hit them for maybe one or two hits and then they just immediately die because you are so powerful and strong compared to them. And then you meet the final boss. That has always been kind of like the formula for the past couple of chapters of Berserk, actually, which I don't mind at all. But you can definitely see like the influence that. But see, here's the thing where I am, I guess, unsure of, because on one hand you can see the influence that Berserk has towards some of these games. Again, like I said, like Elden Ring, or I guess any of the other Soulsborne games, right? Like Dark Souls, for example. But at the same time, what Berserk is doing is pretty much a video game formula, right? At least narratively speaking, that is how I feel like it is. So, what inspired Berserk? That is what I want to know. Like, what inspired Miura to write the or structured his story the way it is? I will be surprised if there is no like inspiration for Berserk, especially when it comes to video games, because it does feel like one, right? Nothing wrong about it, but I cannot just shake that off. I cannot shake that feeling off. But yeah, aside from that, continuing with Guts' own emotional, I guess, trauma and his own motivations and desires, right? I feel like I don't really need to extend further my discussion on that. You can check out my previous videos where I kind of talk more in depth about it. They just kind of explored it more in this I almost said episode, in this chapters, in these chapters. But my feelings toward it remain the same, and I feel like in terms of character development, it also kind of remained the same. It's like, yeah, we get it. Guts, it's obviously is in a lot of pain, and he is suffering a lot, and he is letting go all of that pain and suffering by killing a lot of these demons and such for revenge. Um, but beside that, because I don't really want to talk about Guts in this discussion, I want to talk more about Theresia in this chapter, more specifically Theresia and the Count himself, right, the father. It's this really, I would say, unfortunate relationship. I say unfortunate, not. I say unfortunate because I am not sure what other word can fully describe my feelings towards her, because I just feel that it is sad and unfortunate that she has to go through all of this, and more specifically, is that she still feels certain emotions towards her father, despite obviously not. There is that level of not just disgust, but also not disgust. That is the wrong word to use here. Um, she's afraid. There is an aspect of her father, and I can think of a lot of aspects that makes her afraid of him, right? When he wants to, you know, just touch her, right? I mentioned, is there a possibility that he feels a certain sexual way towards her? But now that I have seen it all, I don't see that anymore. I don't think that there was any malicious intent towards her, towards Theresia from her father. I think it is actually like genuine care from him. It's just that his actions has demonized him in her eyes, that she was afraid, basically, right? But there's still that love. There's still that little piece of humanity within him that she can clearly see, and that is the final piece of him um that she still cares for, right? It's very unfortunate, like I said, because afterwards, when she appears, when she goes into the count's like quarters, she sees him for the devil that he is. And as he the count want as he wants to reach out for her, she runs away because because why wouldn't she, right? Absolute terror. She's afraid. Duh. But it's the moment afterwards when Guts finally defeated him and just straight up stabs him with the sword again and again and again and again and again, with a smile on his face, without a care of Theresia that is with who is within the vicinity. That will traumatize her for life. Because while he while she may feel disgusted towards her father, but at the end of the day, she still sees that as her father, right? So to see Guts doing all of that, it's almost, on one hand, it is also a wake up call for her, as in like, hey, your father, yeah, is not a human, is he? Right? But at the same time, it's like, that's still the father, though. And that's where the moral dilemma comes in for me as a viewer, as an audience, right? As the reader of this manga, because we know how bad this person is. We know that this is a pretty bad person. He is downright almost evil in a way. He has done a lot of really terrible shit, especially towards Vargas. Like, hey yo, he he did all of these things, evil things, that almost, I wouldn't say almost, it definitely justified um Guts' desire to kill him, right? And it justifies our desire for him to die. But then here comes the trope of like, we're gonna learn about his past. We're gonna learn about, oh, the sad backstory. And I feel like for this specific chapter, because I do not enjoy getting backstories to um villains or antagonists. especially ones who are about to die, just so that we can get some sympathy points towards them. But if done right, it will make you feel, oh, hmm. And especially when it comes to the count, right? Because the count. Okay, I'm gonna use that. Actually, never mind. I was going to compare it to Demon Slayer, but never mind. But the count, being human, his backstory is that of a human and not of a demon, right? The backstory of like the mother and how he changed and how that change turned him to who he is. The question, the moral, not the moral question, but just the general question is, who's actually evil here? Is it the Count himself? Or can we just screw that and say, no, the Count is evil because he made the contract with the devil, and so the devil is the one who's making the Count evil? But if that's the case, then why would the Count make the devil the contract with the devil in the first place, right? Would that, because that still means that the Count knows very well the consequences that he's about to do. I really enjoyed that level of different perspective, because again, it is making me it's not making me feel sympathy towards the Count, but it is making me feel heavy sympathy, especially towards Theresia, because she is the innocent one. She is the one that we as readers should sympathize the most, not to the Count, right? The Count is merely a means to an end in terms of wringing our emotional feelings towards a certain character. And I think Miura has done a pretty good job at that, because I too feel sorry for her. Like, geez, man. But at the same time, I feel sorry for her, but it is what it is. Like, he has to go. It's not like there's any other way. And now that we are ending the chapter with Theresia also being sucked in, transported into this interdimensional plane as well, and then we meet the God Hand, now I am unsure where the story is gonna go. I was afraid that Theresia was going to die by the end of the chapter, right? I was afraid that she was going to hop in at the wrong place at the wrong time, and she's going to defend the father no matter the fact that he is in demon form. But obviously that is not the case. That is not what happened. But now the God Hand is at hand. God Hand is at hand. But now the God Hand is here, and that presents a wholly different level of fear and terror within me, because now I am unsure. Guts has plot armor. He can survive. Duh. Of course. I mean, Guts is still here. Otherwise, Berserk would not still be circulating right now, right? Theresia, though, I am not sure. We've seen plenty of innocent people die whenever Guts go near them. It's not even as if it is a fact that Guts brings death with him whenever he goes. And all of these innocent people died because of him in one way or another, right? Vargas, the priest, and his daughter, right? The one in the wagon. Now we have Theresia. Out of all of these side characters that we met, Theresia is the one that I find myself the most invested on, narratively and emotionally as well. Even though I'm pretty much confident that her screen time within the manga will be short. But Berserk is now making me more and more invested in these side characters, and that scares me, because this means that in the future there's going to be a lot more characters that I will grow attached to that will die. And I am not sure I am emotionally ready for that. Especially ones that will definitely, make me feel a level of investment that I have not felt. 3Z I feel invested, but I don't think it's there yet. I don't think it's like I'm invested in her story. I feel emotionally attached to her, but not so much that I think will make me burst into tears, if you know what I mean. I will probably feel very, very sad, but it's not gonna make me burst out into ugly crying, right? Like a tearjerker moment. No. It's the Golden Age arc that I'm really afraid of because I know what's going to happen at the end. The I guess the problem with the Golden Age arc adaptations is that I was never really invested in all of those side characters that we've met, and there's a lot of them, and I know the fate of a lot of them as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my review slash discussion for these chapters of Berserk. I suppose I don't think there's anything else that I want to talk about. Some of the things that um some of my feelings for these manga chapters I've already talked about just a bit during the reaction itself. So go check that out because that is going to appear after this section. So thank you all so much. Enjoy the reaction. All right, here we go. Let us continue with Berserk, The Guardians of Desire, chapters 3, and I'm gonna go up to chapter 4 because after that it will be 5 and 6, and then after 5 and 6, I believe we will go into the Golden Age. So, keeping it in line. Alright. You see Guts coming into the castle with that determined face. The Guardians of Desire, chapter 3. Love this panel. Love the use of the shadow in the back as well. Very spiky, but as is Miura's art style. Old fella, I can do a thing to save you. Not a single thing. What's gonna happen to me now? Okay. I do love Berserk's sort of dark sense of humor. Puck thinking about him being turned into honestly quite a good looking dish. If you don't see this as actually Puck right there as the topping. Ooh. I believe we have seen this princess before, right? Peering into the window. Through the window, I mean. Also interesting to note that she is locked up, right? Hmm. Still awake, Theresia. Huh? Father? What is it, father? Why are you coming to see me so late? Hmm? I just have a little something for you. Oh, it's an elf? Is it real? Well, do you like it? Yes. Thank you, father. Are you lonely here, Theresia? Be patient, my dear. I couldn't possibly let you out into the impure world, overrun by filthy heretics. Theresia. You're the only one. Oh. You still won't let me touch you. Wording, but at the same time, interesting. Hmm. I mean, she obviously. I mean, um, look at him. But yeah, she obviously does not feel comfortable surrounding his, around her father. But at the same time, I'm sensing a bit of sexual desire from her father, and that's like really fucked up. But at the same time, it's not like this is the first time, especially in like medieval fantasy or even history, where when it comes to noble families, there are some scandalous behaviors. So be it. It's getting late. Good night. Father, nothing. Forget it. But I do wonder if that's just my own presumption, considering we know that he is, evil, quote unquote. But there is a sense of like, what if he is just actually, a caring father? Like, he may be the most sickest man on earth, but at the same time, who's to say that he may probably still have some love for her, for his daughter, right? But I just do not see it. But it's not like I am removing that possibility. Excellency, go away. Hmm. Leave me be. Theresia. Is it Theresia or Theresia? Theresia. Theresia. Because I'm just gonna keep with Theresia. Alas, man, that he broke that stone railing wall. Jesus. Alas, he has come. Oh, you're a stubborn bastard. You know that. Of course, of course. I've been waiting for you, Black Swordsman. You're much prettier than the last time I saw you. Guts. Always with a sense of humor. No more games. This time there's nowhere to run. No hesitation, just shoots him with the crossbow. Woo! Almost got him there. Man, these panels, man. Shh. And down he goes. Oh. Oh. We got him. It's futile. No matter how much you chop me up, no matter how much you hack up this possessed body, unless you cut off my head, I'll just keep on regenerating myself over and over again. Okay, that's great. I love the hard cut of like him just gloating about himself and then immediately gets caught up by guts. Thanks for the tip. Okay, that's great. That's great. Oh, still going on it. Now I'll feed off your body. Oh, oh. It's like a fly, just immediately swatting him off the wall. Don't think it's over yet. I'll be waiting for you upstairs. Damn, lost too much blood. I can't give up. Just wait and see. I'll skewer you. I'll skewer your damn head on my plate of steel. Uh, I'm not very tasty. Uh, elves aren't very good for your digestion, you know. Not to mention we're high in calories. I won't hurt you. You can come out. I know what it feels like to be locked up in a cage. Of course you do. You're just saying that. Now, you're just saying that now so you can eat me alive when I come out. I understand why you don't trust me. I'm his daughter, after all. Father's a different person. Since that day. That day? That day Mother died. 7 years ago. Typical. 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 Why is it always that anime fathers always like has a change of heart when their significant other died? Usually the father, right? That's like usually the common trope. But I guess maybe that's not too far off from reality. Because, you know, there are times when a person will change their heart and blacken them when their significant other died. When I was just a baby then, I was just a baby then, so I don't remember anything. But this is what father told me. In those days, there was a sect of heretics at large who opposed my father. One day they kidnapped mother and threatened to kill her if father didn't let them practice their pagan worship freely. Father, of course, couldn't allow that without permission from the king, so he refused their demands. And they carried out their threat. Mother. Ay, ay, ay. Mother was sacrificed alive as an offering to their evil god. As fucked up as this imagery is, I do kind of like how Miura blends the mother's hair with Theresia's hair. Haunting imagery, by the way. But also them just holding her heart. Father was a great ruler. He may have been harsh, but that was so he could defend his kingdom against neighboring enemies. He was trusted and loved by all. Even as a father. Now we're seeing the other side of it. Family painting. But father changed. Like a man possessed, he started hunting down heretics. Now it doesn't even make any difference. Now it doesn't even make a difference anymore whether they're heretics or not. It's almost as if he enjoys hurting people. I'm scared. Sometimes I feel almost as if he's not human anymore. Well, I hate to break it to you, but you're not wrong. Ugh, strangely humid tonight. On a night like this, we should just take off. Hey, don't joke like that. At this castle, that's not even funny. What's wrong? Hey, over there. There's a dude with a black coat and a huge sword staring at us menacingly. Who goes there? And they're dead. It's not like they did anything wrong, but well, I guess they kind of served the. Okay, never mind. The ambiguity and morality of killing enemy soldiers in fiction. We knew you'd be coming, as we knew you were in leagues with Vargas. As this is as far as you go. Surrender quietly, or I'll have you killed at once. Move. Does not fucking care. Move. You're in my way. Move. Fool! Fool! You think you can take on 50 troops yourself? Archers, fire at will! Fire! Terrible aim. All of them are aiming towards the sword. Like, come on, man. Aim at the knee or something. Oh, that's great. Oh. I'm just admiring the chaos that is ensuing right now. Wow. Jericho! Jericho! Get him! You always bragged about being stronger than Zondark. Show us your strength now. Good luck, Jericho. I mean it. What is that, a flail? Right, a flail. And no fucking hesitation from Guts. Just immediately cuts through this. Oh my god, cuts through her shield. Jesus. Cuts through not just the shield, but also the armor and the pillar behind him as well. Wow. Cuts him in half. The signature move. Wait. Where do you think you're going? Fools! I'm warning you. Come back. Rest in peace, old man. I'm sorry. Huh? About what? I couldn't stop myself from crying. It's been so long since I've talked to anyone. No problem, I'll lend you my shoulder. Do you have a name? The name is Puck. Tell me, Puck. You fly, don't you? What does it feel like to fly? How does it feel like to break free, right? To fly away to freedom. What's it like? Normal, I guess. The same as for birds or bugs. Well, I guess it's a bit easier than walking. I mean, half of it is just up to the wind. It's just an everyday thing for you elves, isn't it? Theresia, you haven't been in here all this time, have you? For 7 years? Father doesn't let me leave this room. He thinks there are still heretics lurking about the city. Even now, he won't let anyone from the city or anyone even remotely connected to the city near me. This is my world. Outside this window, my little piece of sky. Such sober eyes, not the eyes of a child. What's going on? What is it? It's a burglar, an intruder in the inner compound. Guts! Theresia, I've gotta go. That burglar, that burglar they're talking about, it's someone I know. You can't go, it's too dangerous. I'll be alright. I'm pretty quick. But don't worry. Don't worry. Seen my ship battles, I have. I have seen my share of battles. Do not worry, young lady. Screams, no, I'm sorry. It's natural that you would worry about your friend. Well, he's not exactly my friend. Opens the door. Let him fly. Theresia, go on then. I told you I knew what it felt like to be locked up in a cage, didn't I? That's because I am. Well, uh, okay. See ya. And off he goes. Knock, 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 knock. Whoa, what is it? Uh, something I forgot to say. I'll be back to see you later. I smell red flags. Something tells me Theresia is not going to be alive by the end of this arc. And then I'll take you out of here. Oh, she's dead. She is dead 100%. Alrighty then, see you soon. For so long now, I'd even given up even dreaming about it. To actually leave this room? To go outside? For revenge on the heretics who robbed him of the woman he loved? Is that why the Count acquired demonic powers? He summoned a god hand, and he himself became a demon. Ooh, ooh, the shot of guts is great. Look at that. That's a pose. That is a pose. Ooh. Impressive that you made it this far. Well done, Black Swordsman. Come now and test me. Let's see just how far human power will go. God saw that just in the nick of time, too. Nicely countered. Oh, but of course, from behind. Oh, that does not look right. That does not look right. That's coming out of his weenie. Oh, I now grasp the extent of your skills. It seems that I, too, must take this fight a little more seriously. Whoops, I flew out alright, but I forgot to ask where the Count's quarters are. I think you found where the Count's quarters are. I'll crush you. I am in shock. Is this all like dotted through pen? Or is this just, I don't know. I don't know. Miura can either be a god and just straight up just dotted everything out by hand, or it's just a film grain effect. But I'm pretty sure this was released before he changed to digital drawing, because I know Miura kind of changed from traditional inking to digital inking, but this is like the beginning of Berserk, so how did he... What the fuck? Oh, he hands down That's it's not even a question at this point. He actually just dotted everything up, did he? That is insane. Now you understand. It's futile no matter how many times you chop off my arms and legs. Each time you cut them off, my body becomes stronger. It grows bigger and bigger. A mere sword can't possibly destroy me. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Kind of poetic if this is how she died. Like his own demonic powers is what led to her death, even though he used that power to protect her, right? That is the goal, right? The door is open. Can she actually go outside? As in, is she brave enough to finally step out of the cage, knowing full well that the world outside is also cruel, and the world that took her mother's life as well? She's thinking about Puck, about the promise. She opens the door anyways. Great shot of her. Where are you? What happened to that vigorous onslaught of yours? Did you finally realize that you have no chance of winning and decide to run away? Where are you, Black Swordsman? Oh no, that poor dude. Yeah, that dude, the old dude was so in shock that he could not move that Guts could easily just put on his black coat around him. Off to the side. Just the surface wound. Theresia is gonna come in and she's going to defend the father, isn't she? Because she did say that despite all of that, she is still love. He is still love, even as a father, right? That is what she said. Oh no 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 no! You rogue! You set a decoy and aimed for my head at the spur of the moment. Indeed, your quick wits show that you're a first-rate warrior. But in the end, that's just a human technique. It's irrational to think that you can defeat me. I, who am beyond human. The brand on your neck. Impossible! To think that someone can survive with that brand carved into their flesh. Revenge! Is that it? But of course you'll never win. A mere mortal like yourself. You see, you can't even stand up after a single strike from me. It's not worth being constantly hounded by demons chopped to pieces. There's no need for you to continue your war of pain and fear. That's right. It's a meaningless fight. You should put an end to it now. I will release you from your suffering. I will dispatch you once and for all back to where you belong, your final resting place in hell. It was already preordained the moment the brand was carved into your neck. Divine providence cannot be thwarted by man's efforts. And that got to him. That got to him. Look at his face. Look at the reaction that he has right now. And this is true because it is also depressing at the same time, because this type of behavior, like as in this type of thought of like, why should I continue fighting? Why should I keep doing this? Why do I want to keep on suffering when there is an easy way out of all of this? Right? Like, why? Why should I keep on fighting? It's that thought of, I could just end it all right now. Like, and it takes, I was about to say it takes guts, but it takes courage and a heart that is strong, like really, really strong to say no to all of that. A lot of people have failed to um to say no to those things, right? Most people end up succumbing to those thoughts and say, you know what, yeah. The fact that Guts, because I know that obviously Guts is gonna keep on moving, right? But like the fact that Guts is able to withstand all of that, and the fact that Guts is still kicking in up until this very day, just kind of goes to show like how much that he is going through, but also in a way it is inspiring to see that, hey, look, this character has suffered probably more than you. So if he can withstand all of that, and if he can still move on and fight on, then so should you. And that has always been like one of the messages that I've heard when it comes to Berserk. You know, like even before I actually, read or watched Berserk, that's always been a form of discussion that I've been hearing about from all of the people who have read Berserk, of like, yeah, this story inspired me, of or how Guts and his journey has helped a lot of people through, and just seeing this even in like the early chapters, like just the beginning phases of it within, in context of the story, it is filling my heart with joy at the same time. Like I know this is, supposed to be really sad and emotional, right? That is what the story is trying to make you feel, but at the same time it's also very uplifting even this early on, because I know that Guts is going to say no to all of these things and say, no, screw divine providence, screw destiny. I am going to keep on living. If God told me that I'm going to die tomorrow, then fuck him. Sorry. Sorry about my words there. But God is in not God, but fictional God. But if a god or a deity told me that I'm going to die tomorrow, then I'm going to say, well, I am not going to care. I am going to keep on living, and I will try my best to stay alive the next day. You can die proudly now, knowing that at least you inflicted one blow upon me. Jeez. Technical powers, very overpowered. Flinging him around. Ah, still won't part with your sword, I see. To be continued. Alright, that is the end of The Guardians of Desire, Chapter 3. Let us move on to Chapter 4. Oh. Oh. Well, I know who that is. Kind of a shame that that was kind of shown at the start of the volume. I'm not the only one who sees it, right? I'm not the only. Please tell me I'm not the only one who sees a scrotum and a dick. Please, please tell me that I am not the only one who sees this as a scrotum and this is a dick. Please, please. I need the validation. I'm not the only one who's weird about this, right? Okay. The Guardians of Desire Chapter 4. It's over. Guts! What's wrong with you? Come on! Is this how it's gonna end? Why am I putting a high-pitched voice for Puck? What's wrong with you? Come on, is this how it's gonna end? It can't be over. You were always so high and mighty, always putting other people down. Wake up, dummy, wake. Oh. No matter how much you've tried to hone your skills, you've come to the limit of your pathetic human form. How fragile you humans. What did you say? What the hell did you say? Look who's bragging, Baldy. You yourself used to be one of those fragile humans. What's that? It's true. Theresia told me how you went crazy after your wife was killed 7 years ago. You acquired those. Hang on, this camera. Nope. There we go. You acquired those powers so you could get revenge on the heretics, didn't you? But that wasn't the only reason. If it was only about revenge, all you had to do was exercise your authority. The truth is, you became this thing to run away from the pain inside your own heart. To run away from yourself. You threw away your humanity. If anyone's a fragile human, it's you! Ooh, not subtle, but... What a surprise. I always thought that elves had the intellect of a bird or a squirrel, but you're quite talkative, aren't you? Squirrel. An amusing speech, and for that I'll spare your life. Now get out of my sight and be gone! Just like a human to try and cover up a sore spot like that. As I was saying... Oh shit, the ballad fell off. A ballad. You saved me the trouble of looking for it myself. Fool! If you think I'm gonna hand this over for the likes of you, you got another thing coming. Oh, Puck. I do love Puck, by the way. It's this level of levity to the story. I've talked about this before, but... Insect! When it comes to taking a getaway, I'm the one with the advantage, fathead. That's right. If I'm flying, you can't possibly... He got hit by rocks. Fool. Pathetic elf. If you wish to die that much, so be it. Theresia. Come on. This is the cue. Yep. This is what is going to worry me. Theresa's gonna die in the hands of her own father, isn't she? Theresia trying to reach her, but of course she runs away. You wouldn't let me touch you as a human. How could she possibly let you touch you as a monster? Theresia. Theresia. Guts. Woo! Guts! You jerk! You big stupid jerk! You were just pretending to be dead, weren't you? I really thought you were a goner. What's the big idea? Always acting so tough. Why don't you? Why don't you? Why don't you just go off and die? But that sad look on Guts. You're still alive? He smiled. Guts has never been this alive before. That's what I'm getting at. Not good enough. Just 2 or 3 broken bones? If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to crush my skull or pierce my heart. Just like you, slug. No, no, mercy, no, mercy. No mercy for you, worm. Still keeping on fighting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Using her as... Oh no. Oh no, I can see where this is going. Oh no, he's gonna use her as a shield, right? He's gonna say, you wouldn't hurt your daughter, won't you? Right? If you're gonna hurt me, you're gonna hurt your daughter too. The demon's gonna take over. The demon's gonna pierce her regardless. Fuck. I really hope that is not the case. Bastard. Guts with the plays here. Playing with his emotions. When he's off guard. Shoots him. That's why he was... His hands are broken though. Jesus Christ, Guts. What the fuck? Okay. Calm down now. Jesus Christ. He grabbed the sword with his fucking mouth and just... Wow. Great panel. He planned that. He was counting on taking Theresia as a hostage all along? Damn you. Damn you. I'll show you the limit of a human being. Oh. on one hand, it is deranged, like his behavior, but at the same time, that is a fucking cool line. What a call! What a comeback! What a comeback! That is a one-liner right there. I'll show you the limit of a human being. As in, we have no limit, right? We think we have a limit, but we're just gonna keep on. We're just gonna keep on doing whatever the fuck we want to do. Um, reminds me a bit of Gurren Lagann, right? And I'll show you the power of the human race and such. Yeah, we're fragile, all right. We humans. But this. Not in front of the little girl. That little girl, Theresia, she's completely innocent. Shut up. If you get in the way, I'll kill you. Always so stuck up on. Always so stuck up, Count. Let's give your sweet little daughter a look at that. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, okay. Now I'm feeling things that I'm not sure I should be feeling. Let's give your sweet little daughter a look at that proud face now? Bro! She is traumatized. Take a good hard look at a body that doesn't die. Bro! And it's not like what Guts is doing is unwarranted. It's like you understand why Guts is doing this. You understand his level of hatred and pain, and he's releasing all of that pain right now, right? He is suffered and he is letting it all go right now. He is enjoying himself, but at the same time, whoa. These line arts. Holy shit. Suddenly the lines are more bolder, darker. Why go that far? Why go that far? That he's a demon. He's a devil. And that's the thing. Guts sees the Count as nothing but the devil. Theresia sees the Count as nothing but the father that she used to see, right? That she used to have and still has. And again, it's not like the Count is innocent in all of this. No, the Count has killed a lot of people, a lot of good, innocent people as well, right? But who's to say that that is the Count or the devil within the Count? So who's really at fault here? Wow, the sword's broken. And he laughs. The Behelit. Because of the blood. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. thumbnail shot? She's in there as well. I do that we are using this as like a concept of infinity, by the way. At least that's like what I'm getting at here. Not just the concept of infinity, but also the concept of like pathways that will lead you to nowhere, as in you have no idea where to go, and you'll always get lost. And it's, yeah. Famous artwork, by the way. Like like you've seen this a dozen times already, especially in like recent memory and such. Like Chainsaw Man has done it as well, like, but obviously Berserk is the one who has done it first. But again, famous painting from someone whose name I am not remembering at the moment. What's going on here? It's another dimension? They're coming. The great ones are coming. I am afraid to flip to the next page. Okay. Ooh, the brand. There he is. There he is. At the top of the stairs as well, looking down at him. Interesting that this is technically the first time that readers are seeing them. Like what they actually look like and not just through silhouettes. Wow. And that is the end of the Guardians of Desire Chapter 4. Woo. Okay, well, I'm going to stop there. Wow. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching my reaction to Berserk: The Guardians of the Guardians of Desire chapters 4 and no wait, chapters 3 and 4. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I really, again, like I am enjoying this kind of arc, I suppose, of just focusing on Guts and his own, I guess, desire, right? Questioning it and seeing like how far will he go for such a thing. But yeah. Thank you all so much. I will see you all next time for the next reaction to Berserk. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.